Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another first impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Samurai Warriors 4 for the PlayStation 4. Tecmo Koei America was kind enough to send me over a code so that I could give it a look and tell you guys my opinions on it. So let's get started, shall we? For starters, let me tell you guys, I've never played the Samurai Warriors version of the Warriors franchise. So far, I've played Dynasty Warriors 8, I've played Warriors Orochi 3, the PlayStation 4 like remastered HD version, and I've played Hyrule Warriors, and that I believe is the extent of my experience in the Warriors franchise. And I have to say, I really enjoyed the Samurai 4 variety, because I like the different aspect of it with some of the mechanics that the game has. So I want to show you two main things here. So we're going to go into story mode because that's kind of like a staple of the series. You know, you got the story mode with all of the different characters that you can play with and all that stuff. And you can actually play two players split screen mode, which I haven't tested because, to be completely honest, I only have one PlayStation 4 controller, so I didn't really get to test out the split screen mode. I also didn't get to test out network multiplayer because I don't know anyone else that owns this title at this point. But I am very curious for testing it out, mainly because and on a couple of the Warrior series, I've noticed that in order for you to play, let's say you play a level, in order for you to play the next level in multiplayer, you have to actually unlock it in single player. I'm not sure if that is the case on this one or not because, again, I didn't get to test it. But let's go into one-player mode here, and there were all of these storylines to choose and all of these other storylines for you to unlock, and the storyline that I went with was actually The Legend of Kanto. Now, the reason why I wanted to go with The Legend of Kanto was because I was reading through the description of the stories that you guys see here on the bottom right, and I kind of like the story of this dude. Ujiyasu Hojo, the Lion of Sagami, has made a name for himself in the Kanto region. Starting with his daughter, Lady Hayakawa, he is determined to protect his people and his family as he throws himself into the coming battles. He just sounded like he would be a nice guy to do his storyline with. So we're going to go to the battle, the defense of Suruga, and I can show you guys some of the mechanics that you have access to in the story mode. And after that, I want to go to Chronicle mode, because Chronicle mode, I got a surprise for you in Chronicle mode. Let me just say that. That's a lot of fun, Chronicle mode, in my opinion. It's something that just really caught my eye.
氏康は今川氏真の城の包囲を解き、徳川軍を退けた。だが世は乱世、弱肉強食の時代である。間もなく甲斐の武田信玄が上洛を開始。今川との同盟を破棄し、今川領の駿河に侵攻した。再度訪れた今川の危機。氏康は氏真を救うべく出陣の準備に取り掛かる。戦国乱世は鬼でなければ勝ち残れない。だが氏康はどうしても今川を切り捨てられなかった。関東の将、駿河防衛戦。
So before each of the battles, you're going to get that little introduction there indicating the reason as to why the battle is taking place. As you play with different characters, your characters are going to level up. As you can see, my Ujiyasu Hojo is level 11. And in terms of characters that I've played in story mode, this is my favorite character up until this point. Now, I have about probably 2 to 3 hours in the game. And it's just, I really enjoy this one character, I have to be honest. And you guys will see why. But I am going to play, you get to select 2 characters for each battle, and the kind of like, I want to say the gimmick, but it's not really the gimmick, but the feature that kind of distinguishes this particular version of the Warriors franchise, by that I mean the Samurai Warriors 4, is the fact that you can actually control another character. And what I mean by that is that you can issue commands to another character and tell her, go here, fight here, which is actually really useful if you pay attention to the objectives, which is something that I'm terrible at doing. Now, in between battles, you can access a shop, and this shop is going to allow you to upgrade your weapons, reforge your weapons for different characters, and do all kinds of other stuff. So, for instance, you have a reforged weapon. Let's say you've invested quite a lot on one character, which has been the case for me. I've invested quite a bit on this dude, and like, let's say I have this weapon. I would be able to reforge it into a different weapon. Actually, I can't reforge that one because it's currently equipped. Let's say I would be able to reforge this, and it would be reforged for someone else to use. So that if you have a really powerful weapon that you've been enjoying on a character and you want to like switch mains or something like that, you can switch the weapon that, you can turn that weapon into a weapon that's useful for someone else. Anyways, beyond reforging weapons, you can also exchange gems for other gems. These gems work kind of like sockets in RPGs, so you get gems that will increase the power of different stats of your weapon. You can purchase different mounts and pay attention to something, which is different mounts have different stats. So Chestnut has more power. Actually, Chestnut has a lot more speed. Stone Hoof has power and speed. Ashen Wind is just all about the speed and has less power and stamina. So you can purchase different mounts to have with you in battle. I'm not really going to purchase a mount just now. I do want to show you how the upgrade system works. So you can select the character for which you want to upgrade a weapon, and like for instance, I want to upgrade this Agate staff. Actually, I have another one here which is pretty good as well, but I want to keep this one because this one has the frost, and frost elemental actually sometimes freezes enemies, which is pretty cool. So we're going to go to this, and when you go to that, you can see what each of the things in your sword does, and you can increase the power. For instance, you can increase the potency, and that is actually going to increase your weapon's damage, and that is going to cost you 1 garnet, which I've gotten by simply playing through the game. So we're going to use that garnet. I'm going to upgrade this weapon. Then you also can upgrade frost by using amethyst. I'm going to actually upgrade it twice because why the hell not? And we're going to acquire powerful weapons more easily. Oh, why the hell not? A little bit of magic, fine, never hurt anyone. And then we have decreased damage taken from enemy officers. Sure, why the hell not? Upgrade this weapon like all the way. You probably shouldn't do this, it's just to show you guys how you can upgrade weapons. And you can also upgrade weapons for different characters. You don't have to just upgrade for this one. We're also going to upgrade for the daughter, which means Lady Hayakawa. And we're going to be upgrading her Wind Striker, which actually reminds me a lot of a lacrosse racket, which I guess it's where it's inspired from. It definitely looks like a lacrosse racket, right? I'm not crazy for thinking that. Anyways, we can increase the power as well with garnets, and we can also increase the damage dealt to enemy officers, sure. And we can increase the speed. It looks like we don't have enough money because we spent all our money upgrading the other weapon. Oops, my bad. But okay, that's how the upgrade system works. You guys should probably have already figured out which characters I'm going to be using, so I'm definitely going to be using Fujiyasu Hojo. Also, I might actually fail this mission because something that I've come to find is that this particular Samurai Warriors, at least maybe, I don't know if maybe I'm not that great at it or something like that, but in normal difficulty, it is actually pretty damn challenging, and I've actually had a couple of wipes on normal difficulty, which is something that I did not expect, because usually I have to pump up the difficulty on these titles.
父上、またも今川より救援を請う早馬が、事態はすでに切迫しつつあるようです。
そんなに待たせねえから死なねえように耐えてやがれと甥っ子には伝えとけ。
はは。
ったく、信玄の野郎がこんなに早く動くなんざ正直予想外だったぜ。
今川もいよいよ終わりよな。
だな。
ならば捨ておけ。餌を与えておけば虎。
吉本のせがれは身内だ。虎の餌になる前に拾い上げてやるさ。
鬼になったのではなかったのか。
じゃかしや。
You also get that little introduction there with a little bit of dialogue of characters interacting between each other, both at the start of battles and sometimes at the end of battles as well. Then you have the equipment screen where you decide which weapon you want to equip. Obviously, we're going to go with the fully upgraded Agate staff that I did. You can also change the items that you take with you into battle. Oh, looks like we actually have a couple of new items there. What's this? This is for actually Carnage Blade. 30 seconds increase your attack strength by 100%. attack strength by 50%. I actually don't tend to use these items. These are single use, but they're not consumables because essentially you get them at the start of each battle. There's also these two here, which I'm not entirely sure if these might be because I have some kind of special edition of the game or something, but I don't know why they would be like at the very end of the list. But yeah, these are the items that we will be taking, and we have kind of the same items for Lady Hayakawa. The reason why we have one less item is because Lady Hayakawa actually only had access to 3 items previously, which is why we couldn't put another item on her, but there we go. You can also change the mount that you take into battle if you had purchased mounts at the shop. And let's just get into it so that I can show you guys the actual mechanics of gameplay. Okay, so very basic. You have the weak attack, which is what I've been doing so far. Then you have the hyper attack, which is this kind of charged thing that you guys see me do here. Now, the hyper attack, you actually can't hit like the special enemies with it. So named characters like the one around here, Nobufuza Baba, you have to actually use your light attack or your more powerful attacks. There's an attack for your Muzu gauge, which is the circle. The button that I'm pressing right now is square, that is your light attack. The more you use your abilities, you're going to get newer combos and you're going to level up the power of your abilities, which is actually pretty good. So like, let's say if you use a lot of the regular attack, that is going to be leveling up a whole bunch. Also, different characters will be better at using different attacks. So the character that I have right now is actually really good at using the regular attack. The reason why you guys kind of see me going through a lot of these enemies so fast is because my character might be a little bit over-leveled for this particular scenario, although I'm not entirely sure if that's the case or not. But usually the game tends to like start really easy on the scenarios, and then like later in the same scenario it will just be like damn near impossibly hard. So right now we have an objective, which is to kill Nobuteru Sena and Nobuoki Asahina, which I'm pretty sure are dudes that are close to us. I can't really see them because there's the portrait of the other character that I'm playing has right in front of me. But while we're at the screen, let me just tell you. So square, light attack, which is what you will see me do a lot. Triangle is going to be the hyper attack, which is whenever you see my character dash forward and do just like crazy amounts of attacks. That is a hyper attack. Circle is for your Muzu gauge, which is whenever you see like special symbols on screen, that means that I'm using my Muzu gauge. And on top of that, you will notice that when I remove this screen, you'll notice that my character has like 5 blue balls next to his that sounded so bad. It sounded so bad. But yeah, he's got 5 blue, let's say orbs. He's got 5 glowing orbs in his portrait, and when that fills up, you can then enter rage mode. And when you enter rage mode, it's like time slows down. You can just like beat the crap out of everyone. Then there's also a special attack that each character can do, which is R1, and that will be unique to different characters. The character that I have actually puts something on the ground that adds like fire to his attacks or something. And you can press X while you're dealing combos in order to dodge enemy attacks and whatnot. And you can do the same with L1 but blocking, although I don't tend to block a lot. I just tend to go for dodges. So as you can see on the portrait lower left screen, those are the glowing orbs that I was talking about right next to this portrait. So let's see, where are the targets that we're supposed to be killing? Well, I think we already killed them, because I don't see anyone here. So you guys can probably tell why I like this dude so much, and that is because he actually has a rifle. Anyways, we can give commands. Oh, looks like I thought there was one dude back there that we didn't kill. Am I wrong? Okay, so at any point you can switch characters by pressing the options button. So right now we're playing as Lady Hayakawa, I think is what her name is, and she also has the light attacks as well as the hyper attacks that I showed you guys. And all characters have access to horses, so if you want to mount a horse, just press and hold L2 and eventually a horse pops up, and you can still attack on top of the horse. Okay, so right now we have 2 different targets, which means I can actually assign one of the characters to go after one target and go with the other character after the other target. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to access the command section, which is you press upwards on the D-pad, and I'm going to send Ujiyasu, I can't pronounce his name, sorry. I'm going to send Ujiyasu to this quadrant of the map, and I'm going to give him free reign. So supposedly logically he should be able to attack that target. But if you don't want him to have free reign, you can also set him to wait, which means you can tell him to go to this area and wait here, and he will just stay around that area and attack enemies in that particular square. Or you can order him to protect you, which means he's just going to follow you around. But I'm going to order him to go free mode, actually into this square, there we go. And he is going to start making his way there, and I'm going to use the character that I'm playing with to go for the other objective, because I believe that the objective I'm going with, this character, is a lot easier, because I'm not as good at playing this particular character as I am with Uji Yasu, or whatever the hell his name is. But I did want to show you two kinds of characters, because Uji Yasu is better at doing special attacks, whereas she is better at doing magical attacks, I think. I don't think it's hyper attacks that she's good at. Defeat Jinai Kosaka. Oh wow, there's just so many targets right now. Anyways, she leveled up her regular attack on account of the stuff that I've been doing. Let's go ahead and use the Muzu gauge here. This is her special. I'm not sure if I actually... Yeah, I did. I killed Jinai, whatever his name was. And I should make my way to the other character that I have to kill. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to switch back to my main character and have her... you need to move like here and just be free about it. Yeah, that sounds good. She moves here, and I am now playing with this character. So yes, the strategy that you employ will definitely allow you to be able to complete more objectives in an easier way. Now my character is actually doing a lot more combos than he was when I first got him, simply because I've been playing this character more than any of the others. But I have to say, I really like the hyper attacks, because you can just like navigate the swarm of enemies, and it is just so nice. Now, in terms of graphics for this particular title, I like the way the graphics look. They don't look like super amazing next gen or anything like that. You can tell that this is not necessarily a next gen only title, because I believe this is also available on the PlayStation 3, but it still looks pretty good. The textures look sharp, 1080p. It runs between 30 and 60. It is a little bit unstable in certain scenarios. Like right now, it's actually running at 60, but there will be sections where it will slow down. Let's go ahead and meet up with the other character, because she's probably fighting a boss right now, I would assume. Oh wait, she's on the other direction. My map orientation is legendary, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Lady Hayakawa there, fighting against Masakage Imagata. So let's go ahead and pop one of our specials here. This is our R1 attack that I told you guys about. And this will actually make all of our attacks deal fire damage. At least that's what it seems to do to me. Now I've noticed that we have another objective already over there. We just need to get rid of this guy super fast so that we can get to the next objective. Did we kill him? I think we killed him. No, he's about to die. There. Every now and then you will have a chance to just outright kill enemy officers simply by that's actually, oops, I pressed the wrong button. I tend to confuse the buttons, like the command button and the switch character button, and I start pressing the share button. Like, yeah, I go all over the place. Now let's switch her and put her to protect. Unfortunately, there seems to be a little bit of a glitch with the AI, in which sometimes the computer just forgets that it's supposed to be on protect mode and just wanders off. But let's put her to protect me, let's call in a horse, and let's head for our next objective. If you're low on health, these things will have like health inside them. Although I don't need any health right now, so I don't really care. Looks like we have two Muzu gauges now on, or is it Mushu? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. But it looks like we now have two, which I used to only have one on this character. Okay, so we got a bunch of people here. Got a bunch of named characters as well, so let's get in there and just start wrecking people's faces. We got Rage Mode, so let's engage. This is Rage Mode. It is going to slow everybody down. We also have two Muzu gauges, which will allow us to just wreck everybody's face. So here's one of my specials. I really like it. And cool guys don't look at explosions. Am I right? Am I right or what? I love that. Anyways, that was like our Rage Mode Muzu gauge super duper attack. We also have a regular Muzu attack. Let's go ahead and do that one for you guys now. And this is why I like this character. Look at him, just like tossing bombs, shooting people, and then at the very end, tosses a bomb up in the air, and bang! Kills everybody. I love it! I just think this character is so much fun. And this is like only one of the characters that's available for you to play as in the story mode. So we're going to make our way to our objective, which I believe should be pretty close here. Here he is, Yokomura Sanada. And let's go ahead and pop our special so that we can deal fire damage. For whatever reason, we seem to be really doing not that much damage on this dude, which just means I'm going to have to beat the crap out of him. What's happening, Yokimura? How you doing? Okay, let's actually go for our special. You're annoying me, dude. You're not taking enough damage, so why don't you go ahead and eat this grenade to the face. Boosh! I love it! Get smacked. Let's see if we can actually get one of those special hits. There we go. Every now and then you will have an opportunity to perform like a fatality on your enemies, which is what happened there. And that is done by pressing triangle at the right time after you've beaten the crap out of everyone. And as you can see there, I have failed one objective because I wasn't paying attention. I was doing commentary, and I have no idea which objective I failed there. So now, instead of me actually having to lure someone away, we have to defeat the enemy general, which is fine. I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't have any issues with that. Let's go ahead. We have a named enemy over here. Might as well kill him. As you can see, he is able to block the hyper attacks, which is why you want to do different attacks on these guys. Let's actually go into rage mode since he seems to... Wow. We've gotten a lot of extra objectives all of a sudden. So, and as you can see, the AI kind of lost her way. I told her to protect me and she failed, but that's fine. We'll just give her orders now. Okay, so if you don't want to protect me, then go over here and like fight these dudes. I might eventually switch to her again, but it's like I'm just really so much stronger on this one dude that it's just whatever. Okay, so now let's go back, and when we go back, we need to like start attacking instantly. And let's do our Super Muzu special. I love that attack. I love the way he doesn't even look at the explosion like, I don't give a fuck. I kill all these people with a nuclear blast. Try again when you've gotten some skills. Anyways, we've gotten two of the... I guess these were like a special alternate objective or something. So there's really no reason for us to stick around here. Everybody is dead and our targets are somewhere else. Let's call our horse and get the hell out of here. Excuse me, guys. Out of my way. Out of my way. There's an item here. Gem. Thank you very much. I'm assuming that's probably a sapphire gem there. And let's move on to all those objectives that we have in front of us. Excuse me, boys. Got places to be, people to kill. And for some strange reason, she is still not doing what I told her. Look, you need to get your ass here and stop farting around, okay? Oh wow, this dude just got completely wrecked as soon as he got here. Let's do our special. Oh, we got charged by cavalry. You can also recover from being knocked back by pressing X or, I believe, R1 at the right timing. Okay, that dude behind us was being very annoying. Sorry, dudes. I got grenades. Grenades for days. Sometimes aiming the grenades is a little bit tricky. You gotta be careful with that stuff. Are you ready to die, dude? Get killed. Okay, so we killed some Sanada guy. We got another guy we gotta kill. Wow, really? Cavalry is just kicking my ass. That is just completely unacceptable. Again, this is a normal difficulty, so there's a lot of place for challenge if you're looking for something more challenging. The reason I'm playing it normally is because I want to be able to just, you know, do commentary and that stuff. There's at least two or 3 more difficulty levels above normal. I can't really remember, but we can see that on the next portion of the video where I go with you guys through a little bit of the Chronicle section. So let's just finish up here. As you can see, this is the typical gameplay that you can expect from a Warriors title. Again, the thing that I really like about this one is the fact that you can give orders, and every now and then she actually respects them. Like this one time, she's veering off, going completely off the beaten path, and I pressed the share button. I keep pressing the share button for some reason. I keep thinking that the share button is the one that I should be pressing. So here's what you gotta do, Lady Hayakawa. You gotta protect my ass, otherwise we are going to have a problem. Oh, there's a captain over here? Let's kill this captain guy, and we can stop these barracks from, like, spawning any more people. Thank you very much. So much for your barracks, dude. Let's actually get Lady Hayakawa on a horse, because I kind of feel that she's probably not doing what we want because she's not on a horse. So go ahead, mount this horse. Thank you very much. Switch back. And now, let's get our own horse. And let's get the hell out of Dodge. We need to move, like, all the way to the back. And I want to go save our general, which is getting his ass kicked. If you notice, like, if you notice over here, our general is getting his ass kicked. So we want to make sure to go ahead and help him out with that. And then we will move to the enemy general, which is that samurai helmet-looking thing at the top of the map. Enter Takata main camp from the western caves while avoiding all of Takata's garrisons. Okay, so we have to enter from there. We will enter from there in just a second. I want to make sure that our general doesn't die before we do that, because our general is he's not that great at defending himself, so he might just get his ass kicked if we're not careful. Avoid infiltrating the Takeda army garrisons in order to make the ambush a success. Okay. I'm going to try to do that. I know that I failed it the first time that I went through this mission. The reason I did this mission already is because I wanted to make sure that this would be a good mission to, like, showcase the riding, the different objectives thing, and all that stuff. Anyways, we got these dudes over here who are causing a ruckus on our general's location, so we're going to have to go ahead and nuclear blast them into orbit. Get out of here, dude. Get out of here. Come on. That's pathetic. That is just pathetic. And here you guys go. Here you go. Let's finish it up with like a nuclear explosion whilst not even looking at it. And now let's get the hell out of Dodge. I mean, we've taken care of everybody here, right? There's no named characters around. Nope, we're good. And now let's try to infiltrate the enemy via the caverns. So I can already see that there's another enemy dude over here, but I want to make sure that maybe he doesn't see me, so... Maybe... No, lady, what are you doing? You see her? She's like sabotaging the plan. Protect me, Lady Hayakawa. Protect me. Don't fight that dude. We're going to infiltrate through the caves. Father was preparing to become a devil if he had to, but fought to avoid becoming one. Come on, let's go through these caverns. So the caverns would be here, I'm assuming. And we have a bunch of standard dudes. Now, what the standard bearers do is they actually give a morale to the enemy army, so you want to make sure to take them out. As you increase in levels, you will get additional combos and whatnot. I'm not sure if you can actually see the combos. Yeah, you can. Like, oh wait, no, this is the command thing. Basic info, switch character, battle info, player characters. I know that there was somewhere that you could see like all of your... Yeah, here's your move list, attacks. So you can see like all the combos that you can do, okay? Yeah, that's pretty insane, isn't it? The amount of combos that you can get done with this character. Anyways, let's just go ahead and kill the standard bearers and anyone else of notice, and not really give a damn about anybody else. Look at the standard bearer just like hugging the floor. That's right. Enemy morale decreased. Oh, it's going to decrease even more. Excuse me, boys. Coming through. See, this is why I like the hyper attacks. You can just like navigate the sea of enemies. And again, I really like this dude because he's got a rifle as well. Let's go. Let's just keep navigating these dudes. It's like you're parting the Red Seas, essentially. And this dude looks like he's going to be a little bit tougher, so rage mode engaged. Oh, you looked like you were going to be tough a couple of seconds ago. It doesn't seem that way anymore. Why don't you pick this up? Boom! The frame rate takes such a dip when I do this this grenade thing. And let's go for our Muzu special there. I just like throwing grenades. It's the reason I like this character. Oops, it kind of messed up there. No, I still hit it. I still hit my main target, which was the standard bearer, which we broke yet again. So let's keep our infiltration going here. Seems like Lady Hayakawa is actually keeping us with us this time. Oh, we actually have 5 seconds to enter. That's why we failed last time. Oh, I'm gonna fail again. So I guess we don't have the sneak attack thing. Oh, you have to actually go super fast through the caves. I thought I had all the time in the world and I wasn't paying attention. Oh crap, we've gotten this combo thing which happens whenever you kill, I don't know, I think it's when you kill 1,000 enemies, that you just like get ridiculously powerful. Anyways, we're gonna have an additional objective here, which is to take care of this dude. I don't think he's going to be much of a challenge. He's going to go rage mode. Not even give a damn. How you doing, dude? How you doing? You feeling good? Feeling it? And now I'm going to kill like your entire army with a nuclear bomb, and there's nothing you can do about it. Wow, why isn't our thing like ending? Wow. Holy crap. The army should be in panic with the destruction I'm wreaking here. Holy crap. Okay, so we got another dude up ahead that we should be able to get to. Lady Hayakawa is again letting herself stay behind. Don't stay behind, Lady Hayakawa. Keep up here. Our power attack has been leveled up. The power attack is the R1 attack that I've been telling you guys, which is this thing. Which, like I told you, is something that he kind of like ignites the air, and as he does his special attacks, stuff just goes super insanely crazy. Okay, so we got a new dude over here. He seems to be pretty tough. Okay. You look pretty tough, sir. I'll go rage mode for you. Are you still feeling tough? We'll get there. Don't worry about it. Here's a grenade. Right here. Boom! I just love his attitude of cool guys don't look at explosions and just don't give a damn. Look at the amount of people on screen. I mean, these games always impress me just due to the sheer amount of people they can have on screen. And unlike Hyrule Warriors, which I have to say a lot of the times I will see, I don't know, 100 characters on screen or some stuff, but they seem like they're not doing anything. At least here, whenever you see characters, it seems like they're actually doing stuff, which is a lot more impressive, I have to say that. Anyways, one of our special objectives, I've kind of lost track, but I see an enemy over here that I want to take care of. No, should I take care of this guy? It doesn't look like we have any time limit on our other objectives, so it should be fine. Muju gauge and boosh! Get wrecked. Did we kill both of them? I think we might have gotten both of them. Let's go ahead and pick up these items. Every now and then you can pick up like weapons and stuff off of these. Gems, you definitely want to pick those up to upgrade your weapons. Health, not really health buffs, but health consumables. And again, Lady Hayakawa, what are you doing? You need to be chasing me. Let's go ahead and meet up with the enemy general and just finish this. I don't think they're actually going to be able to fight us off this time. Excuse me. I'm going to go straight to the enemy general. So that is another thing that I haven't shown a whole lot of, which is when you go into attack mode, you can at times like just press X to dodge, and your character will dodge like special attacks and whatnot in the middle of all the confusion. Okay, let's actually take the boss here with our Muju. Oh, I actually ate. I didn't want it to eat. I wanted to use this thing, which increases our strength considerably just to beat the crap out of everybody. Come on. Try again when you've got some skill. And I think that's pretty much it. Should give you a pretty good idea of what the story gameplay is like. Obviously, if you're better at doing the objectives than I am, because I'm not that amazing, I just kind of tend to get distracted by shiny things I see on the map. I'm like, oh my god, there's like an enemy over there. I need to go and kill him and finish him off and whatever. So if you don't get distracted by that, you might actually be better at completing objectives than I am. Anyways, obviously you get the dialogue of victory so that you realize what is happening at the end of each battle. And you're going to get a little bit of an animation like we had at the start of the battle. You can see your score at the end of each level. You can see how much you leveled up. We leveled 3 levels on this particular map. She leveled 1 level because I didn't play her all that much. We've gotten a couple of new Agate staffs, but to be honest, I still rather keep my own. Sure, finish. Melt down this weapon. Oh, we have to melt down one? Sure, melt that shit down. That's fine. And finish. No? Oh, it looks like I can only have 4 staves. Okay, this looks like it's garbage, so we'll melt this one down as well. And we should probably melt this one. Doesn't look like that great. And there we go. Finish. And she's gotten that thing as well. We've gotten a couple of gems. And we've got the Inferno Blade, which allows us to add a fire elemental to our attacks. And Frost Blade as well. Pretty sweet. Subsequently, the Imagawa were swallowed up by the Takeda and the Tokugawa. Ujizani Imagawa fled to Sagami and entered the protection of Ujiyasu Hojo. As a result, almost all of Tatami became Tokugawa lands, and Naotora Lee became a retainer of the Tokugawa. But I'm going to skip through this because if you want to experience the story, just like that is up to you. I don't want to be given too many spoilers on the story or whatever. Not that the story is necessarily the strong point of these games, at least in my opinion, but it is interesting and it is nice to see why each of the characters is fighting for. But anyways, that is story mode. That is like your typical modes. Then you also have free mode, which is essentially you get to play any of the scenarios that you've unlocked so far. So in my case, I can only play these because these are the only ones I've unlocked. And then we have the mode that I wanted to talk to you guys about, which is the Chronicle mode. But before we go there, let me just tell you something. So when you go in Chronicle mode, you can create your own character. So we're going to go to the dojo here so that I can show you how you can create a character. And you can create a character. It can be male. You can select body type. You can select him muscular, powerful, overweight, slender, tall, and slim. You can make his head bigger, smaller, make him bigger, smaller, make his build more bulky, more stocky, whatever, waist position. You can completely customize the character of your choosing. You can also customize the armor that he uses as well as the color of that armor. And you can also choose his voice and what kind of growth you will have. Aggressive, sturdy, skillful. And you can even register special images. Like, let's say you want to have a special kanji image. You can actually register that. Yeah, you can do that by using probably PNG files with an USB stick. Actually, if we go to, yeah, register image here. You can register, let's say, okay, I want to register this crest. You need to insert a USB device with images in a folder named KTG. But yeah, you can definitely do that. You can have your own, like, crests and stuff. So, now that you understand you can create your own character, you can probably imagine why I like Chronicle mode so much. So let's go into Chronicle mode here. Continue. And it's going to take you guys to my character. Now, you can't really see him all that well, but he is a dwarven samurai who has got a long sword and a rifle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so let's go on a battle with him. Chronicle mode, essentially, you are writing about the heroes of the land and whatever, and how you met each of these heroes, and essentially you are living a quest where you go and you meet these influential heroes and then they join your group. So now we're going to meet this dude who is, I think, Musashi something. You can choose the equipment for your character as well. Looks like we have a special sword called the Sword of Destruction. So we will take that sword with us. And you can also change the items that you take into battle. For now, I want to take that and that for additional healing just in case I need it. Even though in these battles I haven't really needed healing just yet. But let's get things started. These battles are usually shorter, but as you can see, my character is a dwarf, nice dwarven beard, and he's got a kick-ass longsword weapon. He can do hyper attacks just like all the other ones, and at the end of his hyper attack, he actually pulls out the rifle on his back and just starts shooting, which is kind of like one of the reasons why I really like this particular weapon set. You can also do different combos by depending on when you press each of the buttons, and he's got a really badass Muju as well. Hopefully I can show you guys that as we proceed onwards. You can also play with two characters in here, like right now you will be playing with my dwarf as well as her, and you can alternate between the character that you are playing with. I've actually never played with this character, I found to be completely honest. But she looks pretty interesting as well, beating people up with an umbrella. Chinese umbrella, but still. Wow, just beating people up like nobody's business. And you probably can still give them orders, I'm assuming. Yeah, you're not going to be free. You're going to be protecting me since the scenario is pretty damn small anyways. So I want her around me to make sure that she doesn't die. That's usually one of the objectives. You can't let the characters that are with you die. So let's just chase right into the enemy generals and beat the crap out of them. Oh, hello. Blocking my hyper attack, are we? How about my Muju? And that is like my Muju attack. He shoots a bullet and then he slashes it and makes a massive explosion. Also, you can customize in this character, you can customize your crest. Now, you can't really see my crest properly, but there is an image of the sun on my back. The reason you can't see it properly is because usually you will see the rifle on my back. Now, on top of that, you also get to customize your Muzu kanji symbols. So mine are, when I do the regular Muju, I think it's flame, and when I do the super one with rage mode activated and all that, which I will do right now, it actually says Phoenix. I like how he just laughs. He's like, ah. Okay, I need to stop that because I'm concentrating on doing my super Muju here. I love it! It's so amazing to just actually have a dwarf in a Samurai Warriors game. It's unbelievable. I just had a blast making this character, and I'm having an even bigger blast playing it. It is a lot of fun. Now, whether or not you enjoy these kinds of games, there's definitely a lot of content here. There's a lot of storylines for you to unlock and play through, and you can even have your own Chronicle story, which is what I'm doing here. Beyond creating your own character, you also decide where the character actually starts his adventure, and you decide which weapons he actually uses. There's a lot of customization options, let me just tell you that much. And I'm not sure if you even unlock more customization options as you move onwards or not, but it is definitely a lot of fun. But then again, I am biased, so just be aware of that. I tend to always enjoy these kinds of games. So let's finish him off with the Muju special. That'll teach you some respect. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. This has been Rurikhan, and this should give you a pretty good idea of what Samurai Warriors 4 is all about. I really enjoy it. Leave me your comments, feedback, all that kinds of good stuff in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.